thinking about those two behaviors, the stealing and lying, what might be some of the underlying needs going on with that, with these foster and adoptive children?
Well, I think oftentimes it goes back to some of that same stuff we're talking about with the fight or flight reaction in the brain and learned ways to get their needs met. Maybe they've learned that they can't always be honest about things, or they're going to get into a lot of trouble, or things are going to go badly. Also, it's often I think covering up other ways that they're meeting their needs, like maybe stealing, and then needing to make sure that they don't have any negative consequences for those. So that's certainly some of it. To just feel like you don't even have any possessions that are yours. I wonder how much of it is just, I need to have these things so that I can feel secure, not even just food, but these things that are just mine.
Yeah, I think about the special little action figures or toys that each of my kids have that means something to them, and thinking about the way that Child Protective Services kind of gets involved with children. A lot of times there's not a big heads up. It's usually someone dressed in business casual that's coming in going, hey, I need you to come with me for safety purposes. They don't got a lot of time to even plan out what they're grabbing. And so I'm wondering even if there's times where kids have possessions that are they don't know where they are.
There are some behaviors that we see too that are they just make them feel better. There's that chemical hit, that dopamine, that they get out of it too. So
that's such a different mindset from you're intentionally taking something not to versus ooh, this feels kind of good, and I'm not really thinking outside of that. Just letting that kind of sit in with me. How heartbreaking is that, thinking a child is afraid of even being vulnerable enough to even say, I'm hungry. You mentioned hoarding, right? I was just talking with a coworker about some of the kids that he gets to work with, and they're sneaking and hoarding food and then hiding wrappers in a wall because of the shame that they have of meeting a most basic need, but then also seeing okay, this is what the kids are dealing with, but then the parents can kind of get dysregulated by it, because it's although they usually don't call it stealing, but they'll call it sneaking, oh, they're sneaking food, and the rule is just ask, and just thinking about that intensity of shame, this sadness of going, wow, this is really what these children are dealing with.